Then I went back to work, and we've done an incredible job in every aspect of running government, but I also had to start campaigning a little bit again, and I did. And today it was announced that Joe Biden is coming out of the basement because the poll numbers have totally swung. It totally swung. And they've swung like nobody's ever seen them swing before, and it was rapid. It was a rapid swing. A phony impeachment based on a phone call that was absolutely perfect. That's despite a pandemic that was probably sent in by China. Who the hell knows how it got here, and all over the world. Because China does not want to see me win, I can tell you that. We're not happy with China. Protesters. You know what I say? Protesters, your ass. I don't talk about my ass. They're not protesters.
We've read your tweets slamming private citizens to the point of receiving death threats, and we've listened to your attacks on immigrants. We've listened to you label Mexicans rapists. We've heard you say that John McCain wasn't a hero because he was a prisoner of war. And now you're attacking Democratic mayors and the very institutions of democracy that have served this nation well since its founding. Do you seriously wonder, Mr. President, why this is the first time in decades that America has seen this level of violence? It's you who have created the hate and the division. It's you who have not found a way to say the names of black people killed by police officers, even as people in law enforcement have. And it's you who claimed that white supremacists are good people. Your campaign of fear is as anti-democratic as anything you've done to create hate and vitriol in our beautiful country. You've tried to divide us more than any other figure in modern history. And now you want me to stop the violence that you helped create. This afternoon, my heart is heavy. My heart goes out to the family and the friends of the man who was killed last night on the streets of our city. I mourn with you. I'm going to support the police chief and the district attorney in apprehending and holding accountable those who are responsible for the homicide last night. I stand here with the police chief and the district attorney to again denounce the violence. The tragedy of last night cannot be repeated. All of us must take a stance against violence. And it doesn't matter who you are or what your politics are. We have to all stop the violence. So obviously I've stood at this podium on a number of occasions, and I've expressed what my greatest fear would be. And I've said my greatest fear is somebody will die. And now somebody has. As the President of the United States and somebody who has been perpetrating divisive and hateful language for 4 years, for him to now stand here and say that it's unexpected and act as though he's shocked is appalling to me. We all saw this coming. And as I said, I've stood at this podium I don't know how many times and have said that we must denounce the violence, that we must work together, that we must accurately address what's going on around systematic injustices in our community here in Portland and hold ourselves accountable for what's happening here in Portland. But the president has a role to play in this as well, in acknowledging and understanding those systematic injustices nationally. And the tweets that he has been putting out in the last 48 hours, attacking Democratic mayors, attacking those who are trying to bring resolution to the violence in their local communities. He has an opportunity to uplift us and bring us together and help us move through this difficult situation in our nation's history. And instead, He chooses to play petty politics and divide us. That's my reaction. So I'm going to do the work that I need to do here in my local community with my local officials to take accountability for what's happening on our streets. And I'd appreciate that either the president support us or he stay the hell out of the way.
Oh, watch out.
Get your flavor! Get your AR-15! Let's go!
Or what? We're not in your reach. We have press helmets, dumbass.
Sit down, please.
Sit down. Sit down, AR-15 guy.
Please
Sit down.
sit down with your
Sit
gun.
down.
All I'm asking,
Sit down.
I'm the lady.
Sit down.
Thank
What are
you.
you doing attacking press for?
Just please.
You'll get your ass beat. Shut up. Have a good night, guys.
Fucking pussy!
And what? And what? And what?
Will no longer live in fear. You played with our emotions for way too long. The sympathy is gone. It's time to even the score. Give us justice or we'll give you war.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. The area near Southwest 4th and Burnside is closed. We must leave the area by traveling to the east or west on Burnside Ave. All persons must vacate the Chevron parking lot and move to the east or west on Burnside Ave. Failure to follow the formal order may result in the use of professional agents, including to your
Coming this way. Go right ahead. Wait till your fucking friends come, you nigger fuck. Come this, no nigger motherfucker. No nigger coming this way. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get off the street, you nigger motherfucker. You too, communist fuck. This way, you nigger fucks. Get back! Get back! Go back! Watch your neighborhood! Watch out of my neighborhood! What's in his head? What's in his head? He's got a knife! Get out of my neighborhood!
Don't confront! Don't back off! Back off! Don't confront! Back off! Back off!
You don't want it! Get out of my neighborhood!
Good enough. I honestly don't think that those are coming off because I just basically trained.
The case against Donald Trump and Mike Pence is open and shut. Just look where they've gotten us. More than 16 million out of work. Millions of kids who cannot go back to school. A crisis of poverty, of homelessness, afflicting Black, brown, and indigenous people the most. A crisis of hunger, afflicting 1 in 5 mothers who have children that are hungry. And tragically, more than 165,000 lives that have been cut short. Many with loved ones who never got the chance to say goodbye. It didn't have to be this way. 6 years ago, in fact, we had a different health crisis. It was called Ebola. And we all remember that pandemic. But you know what happened then? Barack Obama and Joe Biden did their job. Only 2 people in the United States died. 2. That is what's called leadership. But compare that to the moment we find ourselves in now. When other countries are following the science, Trump pushed miracle cures he saw on Fox News.
They want to destroy this country and everything that we have fought for and hold dear. They want to steal your liberty, your freedom. They want to control what you see and think and believe so that they can control how you live. They want to enslave you to the weak, dependent, liberal, victim ideology to the point that you will not recognize this country or yourself. President Trump believes in you. He emancipates and lifts you up to live your American dream. You are capable. You are qualified, you are powerful, and you have the ability to choose your life and determine your destiny. Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.